Washington Journal continues.
And we're back with the top Democrat on the House Ways and Means Committee, Senator Levin, a Democrat of Michigan. You made some news yesterday. You said that you are not confident that tax reform will happen in 2013. You're hopeful, but not confident. Why?
Oh, because so much is happening now. You know, I was thinking about it. In a way, the Republicans threatening to use the debt ceiling delays everything, and it puts the perspective, I think, in the wrong place. I think it's a serious mistake for them to even think about that. And we were talking earlier about the articles this morning saying how dangerous it is to use the debt ceiling to essentially put the full faith and credit of this country in real jeopardy. So I am very concerned about the consequences from doing that, or even threatening to do it immediately, and also it really shifts the focus, and instead of it being on the debt ceiling, it should be elsewhere, including tax reform.
Okay, so tax reform doesn't happen in 2013.
It may not happen.
May not happen. What's the impact of that? What's the implication?
You know, I've said all along it's important for us to look beyond the label tax reform. For example, it was urged early on tax reform, bring the rates down to 25% individual and corporate, without indicating how in the world you would do that. And some said, well, we can use the exemptions and the deductions. Well, we've already begun to use them, I hope, in an effective way. So I think we need to go beyond the rhetoric of tax reform and talk about what the substance of it would be. And again, one of the problems with this effort by the Republicans to escape the reality, we cannot use the debt ceiling as a weapon. As I said yesterday, it's not a weapon against the president politically. It's really against the people of this country, because the consequences of a default would ripple throughout the economy of this country. I just saw yesterday an article that said the people are now, they are now drawing on the retirement funds, the middle class of this country. And so we now want to have a debt ceiling threat that would cause further erosion in the stock market, that would essentially have things begin to go haywire. And so I guess the Republicans are going to be thinking this weekend how they proceed. I think they need to proceed with sensibility and common sense instead of, I think, an effort to be so extreme that you threaten the economy of this country.
House Republicans leaving for a retreat.